Welcome to the Check-In podcast brought to you by Luxe Studio. My name's Megan, owner and founder of Luxe.
And my name's Amy, studio therapist and best friend.
A place to check in on all things Luxe, business ideas, tips and tricks, how we operate, girls' chats and everything in between.
On today's topic,
passion, not a paycheck. So I was in the car the other day driving and I was like, a lot of my ideas come to me in the car. So I sent it to my sister so I could write it down as a little title to this podcast. Passion, not a paycheck.
It's cute.
So
I like it.
Yeah.
Like you said.
I wanted to say, it's going to be interesting because obviously it's a bit like different between us. As in, you work at Luxe Studio.
I'm employed.
So you're employed. So you get a paycheck. But also from your experiences of being self-employed, but also regardless how you are as a person.
Mm-hmm.
So I had this client the other day and she's within the industry and my head was a bit because they said something to me. They're new in the industry, right? They've come into it thinking they can make some money. And which you can make money in this industry, but there's got to be some passion. And without passion, there is no paycheck in my eyes. So they said a comment like, oh, had this client the other day, like they weren't like vibing with the client or whatever. And they were like, I think they had foot in the mouth syndrome and they're saying too much and nothing that I can relate to. And she said, oh, like, it's a bit fake, this industry. And I said, what do you mean? She said, you have to show interest in what people are saying. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Because to me, that's not the industry fake, that's your fake. Because there's so much. It's like you might not vibe with someone, but there's some common ground. Yeah. And that common ground is they've chosen to have a treatment and they've chosen to have it with you.
Yeah.
Or the space that you're in.
Yeah.
But regardless to that, like, this place obviously pays my bills, pays towards some of yours. It is a paycheck.
Of course.
That's why people work.
Yeah.
That's why people do what they do. So that is like, that's that. But for both of us, I like to think at least, well, I'll speak on myself. I love this. I think I'm at one of the happiest parts or points of my life so far. Like doing this in this place with these people, with our clients that we have. I love it.
Yeah.
And people can tell the difference. Like if someone's not into it, they're not into it.
Yeah.
For example, this person said, oh, when they do their treatments, they're like just all over the place.
Yeah.
Your mind might slip somewhere for a minute, but I think that you have to hold that space for your client. You need to connect with that person, be feeling what they're feeling. I think some of my best treatments is when they tell me a situation and I'm like, I understand why that pain is.
Yeah.
I understand like the headaches that you get or the struggles that you have and I connect with them. There's that mutual connection. And I know if someone is loving a treatment.
Yeah.
And you also know if someone is not comfortable or they're a fidget.
Yeah.
And I had a client the other day and she was like, I was like, you can't lie still. She's like, I know. She was like, I cannot. And with anything that I have, I just cannot stay still. And obviously there's probably a lot more behind that for that person. But some people are built like that they can't switch off. I feel like I can switch off.
Yeah.
In certain environments and with certain people that make you feel
and I think what you said earlier is having that connection. And you can just feel when someone's not there, like you said, in the present. Treatment and kind of looking around the room or
even
in their
if they
own
can't
world,
see and you can't see them,
they can feel that you're not connected to them, that you're not. I don't know. I think when you are connected to someone, you can just really feel that difference. Your touch is different. The whole feel, the energy, the vibe is just different. And if you're not in that zone, if you're not trying to connect to your client in that way, like you said, looking around the room, kind of like all over the place, they can tell.
Yeah. Oh, massively.
And
I'm not saying all the time, because ultimately we have, like, I'd love for it to be all the time, but ultimately there's so many factors that we might not be having a good day, something's going on, we might be a bit, but I'd say, like,
as a standard,
like at least 90% of your treatments, be zoned in.
Yeah.
Be zoned in on what they're saying. And also I just feel like this industry, there's a lot of people in it.
Yeah.
So if you want something, and like the people that are passionate about it will go a lot further than the people that are just like, this will give me some extra money.
Yeah.
Because ultimately it's like, I feel like the goal in life, at least for me, is like you do something you enjoy.
Yeah.
And I love. And also, like, at home, if I say I'm going to work, I get corrected. Like, no, you're going to the studio. Because it's a lifestyle choice to... Or that's how I like to see it. But obviously, we're drilled in for so long, we're going to work. I feel like if we kind of change that mindset of we're doing something we enjoy. We love to do it. And it's not work. It's not strenuous. It's not something that I don't enjoy. Because
I think saying about the connection and stuff, if you are truly passionate about what you're doing, you don't have to worry about that connection. That connection's just there.
And like you said, it's a person as well. It just flows through a person.
Yeah. Like you said, you know, I think more than 90% of the time you're zoned in, to be fair, if you really love it. But I wouldn't say 100, but you know. But I do, if you're really passionate about what you do, and this goes for anything, if you're really passionate about what you do, you put all of your energy into it, you do your absolute best with it, and people can tell. And that's how you gain those clients, retain those clients, because they can feel that. I think...
And it is a feeling. I've had so many people stop me, even mid-treatment, and be like, you love this. And I'm like, yeah, I do. I really do. And not just the massage and facials and reflexes, the whole wellness industry. And I think we're both really good at connecting with people. Like, and we feel it. It's like the other day you had a client in, and she's going for a lot. Just lost someone really close to her.
Yeah.
And you've voice noted me, like, sad for her.
Yeah.
And I'm instantly sad. But a really nice thing with that lady, or this is something that I love, is ultimately we're humans. We're all going through something.
Yeah.
And we have Chloe coming in, and that lady messaged to be a model. So I said, like, oh, like, straight away I recognised... she just kind of said Valentine's will be awful for me, and I straight clocked the name.
Aww.
So we have a lot of people in sometimes, and if I don't see them, I can't put the face to the name.
Yeah.
And so I was like, no, like, come in for longer, and it will just be all like on us, because I just think sometimes it's just nice to be... You're a person, so be human. And I have this thing where if you think it, you should just do it. In some respects. But, so I just thought, no, just do it, just offer it to her.
That's so nice. And
it goes a long way.
But
really long way.
Yeah.
And also it gets you some of your, like, for example, that lady, this is different, but she won the raffle, and now she's booked in like I think she's with you for like 2.5 hours in a couple Saturdays time. And it's like they've won something small. And I mean, my favourite one ever is when I was back in Hannam, and like this is like a real passion over paycheck thing, or just like love. So I've had this girl coming to me for a while. Her name's Beth, and she's been coming to me since Hannam. So she might have been coming maybe 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Where we are now, 2-3 years, and she once brought her sister and her mum in as a treat, paid for it for them or whatever, and all lovely, like really connected with the sister and the mum. And then like once me and Beth, we just chatted, and now we'll chat for hours after her treatment. Love like her. And her mum came in, I'm doing a treatment, I want to say it was like maybe a 90-minute treatment, maybe something longer. So it's like a 90-minute treatment. It's a good it's a good price. Like, and on it, like, also this is my job, this is my earnings, so it's what I take home. Anyway, had her in. And the day before, she said, I was asked if we could push it back a bit because of timings. She had work and might finish late. And I was like, well, I was really sorry, but I couldn't push her back. Or could I? I can't remember. But whatever it was, the next day I said, was work okay in the end? Because she came on time. And she said, yeah, and I just happened to say, what do you do? And she said she was a carer. And I was like, oh, no, no, she didn't. No, she did. She said, I'm a carer. I said, oh, no way, where'd you work? She said, Abney and Baker. And I was like, Abney and Baker used to care for my gran. And at this point, my gran's passed, I don't know, maybe a year.
Yeah.
And I said, my gran. And I said, she said, where do they live? And I said, a place in Keynsham. And straight away she went, oh, Stella. Aww. And we both started crying. I mean, I'm bawling for 10 minutes. And I'm like, what the hell? And then it's seeing some people in different environments. You don't put the face to the name. And I had seen her before. And I remember her now so clearly, in their place. And she's the nan, the day my nan passed, cared for my nan on her passing. And I thought, no. And in my head, I'm like, for me, my nan was huge to me. I will never get over it, and I still struggle with it. And she, I was thinking, how could I, repay, this lady?
Yeah.
And I was like, there's no way, I can take any of your money. And so I didn't. I just let her have the treatments for free. Aww. And now, I mean, her the sisters and the mum, they come to me ever so often, and they have 2-hour treatments every time. And it's just so nice, because it's if I was in it solely for the money, a 2-hour treatment's over £100. It's there's so much passion in what I do and so much connection. It's when I have her in, I love that treatment, because I feel close to my gran again.
Aww.
And it's such a nice, and I just think for people who don't have that passion, it's or maybe for people who aren't like that in general, but I'm an emotional person, to be honest.
Yeah.
You won't have that connection. I just think connection is such a huge thing. But also, with what you do, obviously you are here, but you've also done sugaring for yourself.
Yeah.
And now you're going into your nail journey.
Yeah.
And you get so passionate about it.
Yeah.
Amy will learn every single thing. And she'll know all the names, and so detailed as well.
Yeah.
You throw yourself into it. And but you have passion for the industry of it. And when you're in on something, you're all in.
Yeah.
It's
and if I wasn't, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go down that route, because for me, having that passion for something, that is your drive. That is what keeps you going with it.
Yeah.
And if you just didn't have that, I just don't. For me, I know it's different for everyone, but for me personally, it's not a route I want to go down. Yeah, it's just not worth it for me. So,
but that's what your parents say to you as well, isn't it? If you're not enjoying it, you shouldn't be doing it. Yeah, because there is so much out there.
Yeah,
it's eventually someone will find that passion.
Yeah,
and if they're not that way inclined and they're just getting by doing whatever, then that's cool too. But
passion is happiness.
Yeah,
and I think.
Yeah, and it will feed you almost, feeds you that happiness of I love this.
Yeah.
Imagine if we were, for me, when I used to work starting up this and working in an office, I really like the dynamics of it, but I like admin-y type business stuff. So now, proper running a business on a bit of a different scale than just for myself, it's I love the business side of it. So I'm happy I get to do both of it. But it is feeding that dynamic, that passion that you love.
Yeah.
And also, the passion, as also the paycheck will never give you the level of happiness, mental stability.
Yeah.
Things just get heightened, more money, more problems.
Yeah.
So stay passionate with what you do. And if you don't enjoy what you're doing, then life's too short.
Yeah.
Life is literally too short to be doing something for a day longer than you have to be. And there's so much out there. It's try something new.
Yeah. There's something out there for everyone. And if you're not fulfilled in what you're currently doing, just know that.
Yeah. For example, you doing the sugaring.
Yeah.
And like Amy's fantastic at sugaring. And it's mesmerising, like, to watch. And if you haven't looked at sugaring, like, just video it to see the motion of the wax. But you struggled for a while wanting to give up sugaring.
Yeah.
Not that you've given it up completely.
No, I haven't. I'm still doing it. I'm still going for it. I think I kind of
transitioning.
Yeah. I think sugaring was amazing for me when I started, and it was a passion. It was what made me happy. I truly loved it. But I think you find new things to be passionate about.
Yeah.
I started working here whilst I was still sugaring.
Yeah.
And now I found nails, and I absolutely love nails. And if any of my sugaring clients are listening, I'm not giving it up, but because I do enjoy it. I do still enjoy it, but I think there's other things, and like you said, it's that transitioning period I'm in at the moment.
Yeah.
Moving on to other
avenues of the industry, really.
Yeah.
But also it's okay to transition.
Yeah.
Like, and change with...
And something that once made you feel like fulfilled and feel passionate towards, like, sometimes that drifts.
Yeah.
And that's okay as well.
Yeah.
You don't have to stick with one thing
and
your whole life.
And that's in all
yeah.
elements. That's like friends, partners, jobs.
Yeah.
Literally everything.
Yeah.
So things come and go.
They do.
That's part of a song. Things come and go, but something stays the same. I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
But it's okay for these things to just pass.
Yeah.
Well, really hold on to the things that you enjoy, and anything that passes is meant to pass.
Yeah. What's meant to be, will be.
Exactly. So I've got a funny story.
Okay. Oh no.
No, so it kind of goes on a bit of what we're saying on just having a passion and having like a drive. Obviously, not everyone's like me in the sense that I've always wanted to kind of do this industry, and I've known for a while. Anyway, when I was younger, actually I won't go into that bit yet, I had this lovely client the other day, like, so lush.
Yeah.
Just like, you know, when someone walks in and you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
You are like, you just get each other, and you would get each other. She actually made a joke. Actually, no, I won't go into the joke because that would kind of go a bit too much. But just about like how she kind of recognised we would get along really well as well.
Yeah.
And anyway, so she followed our page afterwards. And I was like, I just like had a little look, like I seen she came up, and I was like, oh, that was such a nice treatment, like such a nice chat, and I'm looking forward to seeing her again, like having it, like catching up and whatever.
Yeah. Because
we just got each other. And anyway, like she's followed the page, and I'm like, hey? She's got obviously her page is private. The picture is of her, another person. I'm thinking,
no, where is this going?
I'm thinking, okay, I recognise that person. So I'm like, straight, can't think of their name. So I'm like, no, like, and then I'm like, it's probably still in my phone book because my phone number hasn't changed since I was 16.
Yeah. So
I'm like, right, found the name on my phone, Facebook, found the picture, sent to Ashley, screenshots of the photos. I'm like, this guy is this person, right? Yeah, same person. I'm like, oh, we haven't had like a history, but we used to speak when I was really, like, when I was young, probably about, I don't know, I was youngish.
Yeah.
Probably between 16 to 18. Whatever. Anyway, the last time we spoke, like, it was one of those people that you kind of knew of and you would chat, but like nothing really there. And I remember once Christmas, Mum got me this book, and it said like Millionaire by 30 or something like that. And he made some comment about it. Like, obviously, he was a few years older, just got like a big job, earning at that time probably good money.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mum's got me this book, and I've taken a picture of it, put it on Snapchat at the time, and he's responded like, that will never happen in the beauty industry. I'm like, no, that's so funny. But this girl, she was like spiritual. She was like about crystals, like star signs, everything like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is a manifestation book. I'm thinking, that's so funny. Obviously, this is about nearly, this could be 8 to 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So a decade. He's probably changed a lot in the decade. But I just thought, how funny is it that the last time you and I spoke was like you saying some comment and now your girlfriend's is paying me.
That's mental.
Isn't that so funny?
Oh my God.
I know. What confirmed it for me is there was also like an initial that I found and it was his initials and I was like, thing is, he probably won't ever remember that story because that wouldn't be something that he would remember.
No.
But more that's like, yeah, because in my life everyone's very uplifting.
Yeah.
So if someone to be like negative Nancy,
yeah,
like you remember.
It sticks.
You remember. And I just thought that's so funny.
So, but I wonder if he knows.
Well, I would imagine that she probably talked about the place and maybe shown the photo or like, I don't know, maybe spoke about it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't imagine, because we've got no contacts.
No.
It's been a long time. I wouldn't imagine that I don't know.
That's so
I mean, it'll be interesting next time I see it if there's been like some type of link, but I doubt it. But I just thought for me, what great satisfaction.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Seriously.
And the way you put it, your partner is now paying me. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's what you said.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I just thought, I honestly believe in like karma, things coming back around. Like I genuinely think it happens.
Yeah.
And even if this is like such a small dose, for me it's like satisfaction.
Yeah.
Like I believe in such a higher power that these things just like, you know, no one's gonna get me down.
That's so
I have this shield. And I just thought, it's weird that I obviously remember it, but I just remember it so clearly. Not enough to reload my Snapchat and try and find it though, but seriously.
But that's funny though. What a satisfaction.
Yeah. And honestly, she is the lushest person.
Yeah.
And he's probably changed a lot.
Yeah.
Since.
Well, like you say, 8-10 years.
Since then.
But funny.
The mindset that he would have had then. Whereas I've always dreamed big, I think.
Yeah.
But to have such a closed.
Yeah.
You know. And I thought, Jesus, this is a manifestation book. Like, you're meant to manifest.
That's funny.
If you don't get it, that's fine. But you
don't
need to get
it.
Yeah. You don't need to burst the bubbles. Well, actually, no bubble is burst.
No.
But I just thought...
But it is something that stuck with you. But how great to have that satisfaction. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Satisfaction?
Amy, I look at you for words. No, seriously.
To feel...
Satisfied. Yeah, just that little like...
Yeah.
You know? So, that is for today's episode. My name's Megan.
And my name's Amy.
Till next time, we're checking out.